I don't remember the woman I was before I met that man.
That statement alone describes a lot of women. That's a lot of women's story. Not knowing who they were before they met someone or they experienced a traumatic relationship, a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship. And that's why it is important to get on your healing journey and um, figure out how you can unpack and release and let go of that trauma that is not only stored in your mind, your heart, and your spirit, but your body. Your body stores all of that trauma as well. And people don't know where to begin to be able to get back to who they truly are. That's where I come in. I'm happy for her that she's finding healing and sharing her story. And by doing that, she's also helping other women. She's putting it out there to do your investigating. If something doesn't sit right with you, don't ignore it. But this is also unlocking something for her. She admitted that, she's been internalizing this and just getting it out there without shame, um, and being able to find other women that can relate. All of that is healing. Being able to take accountability for the things that she could have done better, taking those lessons from it. And also, I want her to give herself more grace. But I love that she's finding healing in this, and I know other women will as well. There are so many women that have similar stories to Reesa Teesa or have experienced something similar to that, myself included. And it goes to show you women who are educated, women who are career women that have their stuff together, that are intelligent, we can be bamboozled as well. Especially when you're yearning for um, love and you want it to work so bad. It doesn't matter what your status is, you can still make poor decisions in love. So, this is an example of anybody can get it. If you're not ready, if you're not prepared, if you don't know yourself, if you don't have certain standards set in place, this could be you. So you need to do that work, get your knowledge of self, figure out what it is that your standards are, your deal breakers, learn how to recognize red flags, all of those things before you get out here and get bamboozled in these dating streets. Comparison is a thief of joy. She mentioned how she wanted it to finally be her turn. She saw all her peers, all her friends, and everybody getting them rings and having those beautiful weddings and getting that marriage. And she was ready for love. She was ready for the relationship. She was ready to have somebody to roast and to just give her that intimacy and start her family. And that is a lot of women's stories, especially when we're in our 30s now. We want kids, we want to be mothers, we want to be wives, and all these things. You're seeing everybody else already hit those milestones, and then you start operating out of desperation. That is the problem. You have to get out of that lack mentality that if you don't grab on to the first person that may be able to give you fulfill this dream of yours, that you won't have the opportunity again. There is an abundant the world that we live in that are the most high, the universe, whoever you subscribe to, Jesus, whoever. The world that we've been provided with is abundant, and it's abundant in every way. So there's an abundance of love available to us. There's an abundance of options available to us, even when it seems like it's not. We know dating in 2024 is kind of trash, but but when you have that abundant mindset, you know that I don't have to hop on the first thing that seems like it could work out, because I know that if this is not right for me, what is for me, what is aligned for me, will not miss me. Is it truly your intention to be married for life, or do you just want the bragging rights to say, I'm a wife? You have to choose which one you want and act accordingly. If you just want the bragging rights, yeah, snatch up the first person that you can get and hope that it works without doing any work. You already know how that's going to go. But if it is your intention to be married for life, work on yourself first. Work on yourself so that you don't feel like a title, a piece of paper, a ring, or a person makes you whole. You have to know that you are whole before you get with this person. And, really figure out what it is that you want and make sure that whatever they're offering aligns with that and that it's going to work for you long term. And don't feel rushed. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, because you have to be in the marriage. The friends that are getting married, the parents, the family members, the religion or whatever that's telling you to rush, they're not going to be in that marriage with you. It's going to be you and your partner. So just take your time and do it right. And by right, I mean for you and your partner.